This video is sponsored by Deep Cut Studios. For a wide range of fantastic gaming resources such as battle mats, dice trays and pre-painted bases, check out the description below.
Hello there and welcome back to T&G Productions. My name is Ian.
My name's Ben.
And we are playing today Star Wars Legion on. We were playing the Unnatural Resources kit, which has got the famous Dianoga as part of it, so it's going to be a fantastic game. I'm taking the droids. Who are you taking, Ben?
I'm taking the Republic.
It's going to be one of those types of showdowns there.
Yep.
Let's show you the crews. Okay, this is the CIS list that I am debuting on the channel today. I've got Count Dooku as the commander with 3 upgrades, Force Choke, Anger and Force Push. I've got 3 units of B1 battle droids, one of which has got an E5C B1 trooper as part of its armoury, so to speak. 2 dwarf spiders, which I'm really excited to use. They've been equipped with attack protocols, a nose-mounted laser cannon, and a linked targeting array. In the command hand, we have got Dooku's 3 cards. We've also got mechanised incursions, push, and Roger Roger.
And my army today for the Republic, the good guys today on the channel. I usually play the good guys, similar to all.
Let's start that narrative.
Yeah.
Let's start again.
We're commanded by Chewbacca. Commanding for the Republic today, hero of Kashyyyk. We've got Padme in the support role as an operative. She's looted an E5 blaster from the droids in advance, so that gives her range 3 if needed, bit of extra range for shooting. She's also stacked to help with our defence, situational awareness, prepared supplies to get a cache from the new card there, and also vigilance to keep some of these dodge tokens rolling. We have the Wookiee Warriors sat behind Chewbacca, and they've got the Bowcaster naturally as the upgrade, brings range 3 and gives you the impact and the pierce for the shooting. Also trialling up close and personal with them on the new cards, gaining a dodge token if you attack at range 1 to 2, see if that comes in. And then we've got the regular phase 1 clone troopers with the Z6 guns who standard upgrade, lots of dice. If you get them a name token and the targeting scopes, potential to do some bigger damage.
And here we are all deployed, ready to begin our game of Unnatural Resources. Because it is a 500-point skirmish game, we've made a small number of adaptations to the game. For example, we've only got 5 objectives, 5 events rather than the 7 that it says on the event card. We have also decided to only play 5 turns, with it being a skirmish game, and we've set the points target to be 10 points as opposed to 14. The other change that we've made is when the Dianoga is placed, due to the Disturbing the Waters rule, it's now only going to be placed within range 1 rather than range 2 of its existing positions. So Ben, you've placed the Roman Dianoga within range 1 of the central vent. You've obviously placed it coming towards me.
Yep, surprisingly.
Yeah, I know. I don't want those red defence dice to start battering that droid spider straight away, otherwise it's
keen to meet up, really, I think.
I really wish if he got some wounds, it wouldn't be that bad, because then it could self-destruct, because we will hopefully see spiders self-destruct in this game. But who knows? So, in terms of our command cards then, should we reveal them now? Here we go. I have gone for, sensationally, standing orders. Ben, you've played an interesting one.
I've gone diplomatic cover. This wasn't divulged, playing it on turn 1. It'll give Padme a permanent effect of reliable 1.
Oh so, no, that's lots more green tokens for these rebels, for these clones.
Yeah, it's some close to the rebel. You got Wookiees, they're cross-faction, bit of...
They are the nice. So here we are, having placed our order tokens. I put mine, Ben, on a B1 unit, which could only coordinate with one other B1 unit because I tried to space the models out within that deployment zone, and unfortunately that meant they couldn't chain, but never mind. Where's yours gone?
Mine gives 1 order, and I've chosen to keep it on Padme.
Amazing,
fantastic. And she's got a dodge token into her cache.
Ah, of course, the prepared supplies, the new upgrade card, fantastic. I now, because I've got the 4-pip command card, get to place the Dianoga within range 1 of its current position. So I'm going to just bounce it towards you, Ben, to see if it can pull Chewie under the water later on, who knows.
Padme is going to activate first for me. She's just going to make a very short move into base contact with this first vent, and then she's going to perform a second action to do some quick thinking to gain an aim and a dodge token.
All those green tokens coming out for the Gar there. So I've gone from the random order pool and I've got the Dwarf Spider Ben making their debut on the channel. I've decided, well actually the first action is an AI one because they've not got a face order token, which is AI aim, but I think that green token is going to go to waste. But its second action is going to be to move towards the Dianoga, because by disturbing those waters I get to reposition this Dianoga within range 1. I'm going to send it straight towards the house, because then that's now going to be within range of the Wookiees and of Chewie. So the way this mechanism works is we roll 3 red dice and let's see what we get. We get 2 blanks, which is nothing, but we get a block as well, which means that each unit gains a suppression token.
Okay, I've gone to my random order pool and drawn a trooper unit. Core trooper unit, so I'm going to activate the purples. They're just going to double move
The
once
purples?
to here.
They look lovely.
Have you not named them, Ben?
No, they're the purples. And double move to here as well. Move these to maintain cohesion.
Beautiful. It's quite an aggressive play that, Ben. You're coming straight towards my army here. You are.
He cares not.
He doesn't care.
No.
So I've gone random order as well, Ben, and I've drawn Count Dooku, the army commander. His activation might look at first quite straightforward. He's going to perform a move action. He's then going to perform a second move action, which is going to take him somewhere near to this cover. But then we are going to do 2 free card actions. We're going to use a Force Choke on the purple unit, the lovely named purple unit. We just take from the back there, he automatically causes a wound, and then we will Force Push as well to try and take it off that objective. I know you might send the yellow unit that way anyway, but we will just pull them towards us, ready to hopefully cause some death with the lightsaber in the next turn.
I've gone to my random order pool again, got another core trooper unit. The yellows are going to head towards this home of the Dianoga, and the 5th objective, so that's in the middle here. Pretty much that they can double move comfortably to get the unit leader into the Dianoga's home.
It's concerning me how much Ben is advancing up the board at this stage versus me here. He's going for these objectives.
What happens if there's like Dianoga babies there though?
Well, we'll have to wait and see, don't we?
I'm going for my coordinate chain now, Ben. I'm going to move these B1s that are happily hanging around at the back, not doing very much. They're going to try and score a point by performing a move to get into base contact with this vent, stroke moisture evaporator, you know, whatever they want to call it. And then our second action is going to be to shoot the yellow unit. Note that we didn't have to AI because obviously they had a face border token. There is no good gun here whatsoever, so it is just 6 white dice. And of course, there is 6 blanks with 6 white dice. What more would we expect from B1s?
That's all that heavy cover, like you to get.
Yeah.
That's totally what's happened.
To be fair, it was fishing for crits anyway, with the heavy cover in the way, but hey ho.
Okay, I've gone to my random order pool and drawn the Wookiee Warriors.
Here come the Wookiees.
I'm going to rally first, they're indomitable, so we're going to roll a red dice to remove that suppression.
Nice.
We're then going to move once to here, which will activate the Dianoga, and I'm going to send it that way towards the spider.
Oh heck. I'm glad that it's a vehicle, so at least the suppression won't matter if we get any of those. I just don't want to roll surges.
Is 3 dice. We've rolled a block, which would be a suppression, so that doesn't do anything.
Super duper. Could have been worse.
And then my second action, I'm going to move the Wookiee Warriors again, and they come round to here on this objective.
Nice. You really have fanned out well here to get these objectives, Ben. I've got 1, which is far fewer.
And also, we need to move the Dianoga again. The Wookiee Warriors are now just within range 1. So the Dianoga is going to move again to this side of the spider and also capture that B1 unit.
I'm probably going to scream every time this moves.
I would.
So that is a suppression for the B1 unit.
They're yet to activate as well, which is frustrating. This is the thing about playing standing orders. There's a lot of random orders being drawn here. I'm drawing this time the Dwarf Spider. Again, this is AI attack pro. Well, it's attack protocol's AI aim, so its first action has to be to aim. And so I might as well make use of that and shoot the yellow unit. Now, as you can see, they will probably be in light cover from the trees that are around them, those lovely green trees that Tom has acquired here. But because they are also stood on the vent, or the home of the Dianoga, whichever we want to call it, that increases pieces of the cover by one because there's all this lovely mist and smoke and stuff swirling around.
They're just hiding in a pit with eggs.
Basically, they're yet to find out what is going to happen to them. So we are going to shoot with the spider droid, which has got the nose-mounted laser cannon, and we are getting, we get a surge, and because of the weapon, we are now critical 1, so that will turn to a crit, but the 2 hits are likely to get eaten by the heavy cover, but because of the aim token, we can reroll these 2, and we get 2 further hits, so that's 1 crit and 2 hits going through.
Okay, Padme is exemplar.
Of course
naturally.
she is.
So we're going to use Padme's dodge token to cancel one of them.
Super.
And then...
that leaves with 2 left.
Yep, 2 red defence dice to save. 1 save.
So not bad for red defence dice, without a surge as well, I suppose. And of course they gain a suppression as well.
Okay, my final activation from the random order pool of 1 is Chewbacca, our commander for the day. He's going to rally first and remove that suppression.
Very nice.
And secondly, for his first action, he's going to move into this nice little place here, which puts him at range 3 of the B1 unit yet to activate. So he's going to shoot at that unit with his bowcaster, range 1 to 3, which is 2 red and 2 white dice.
Nice.
And he's got Padme's aim token, because she's an exemplar to us all, really.
I say nice, it's not nice at all.
And that's the critical 1 on the gun, so we get 2 crits and you're going to cancel 1 for light cover.
We're in light cover because of the vent. It's worth noting here the droids don't gain cover from the suppression. If this had been a non-droid unit, then it would have been heavy, but flipping droids do not gain that. So, am I rolling 3 saves
3
then?
saves, yeah.
Excellent, there's a pierce on this shot.
Pierce 1, yeah.
Okay, I get surge, which wouldn't do anything anyway, so that is going to be 3 droids leaving the battle already.
And we gain them another suppression.
They certainly do. I am resisting the temptation to go random this time. I'm going to go with the final part of the droid chain, and we're going to rally to try and get rid of the 2 suppression, and we get rid of one of them, which isn't bad. We won't be suppressed though, because we're droids. We're not bothered about getting chopped to pieces. This does not matter. So the first action is going to be to move to here, and because we are disturbing those waters, we're then going to be moving that Dianoga. Now I'm thinking of trying to send it towards the clones. That droid, spider droid, is causing me a bit of a problem, but it's just going to land here, which means that the dice I'm about to roll for it is going to get the yellows, the dwarf spider, and my own troops as well. Let's see what happens. So here are the red dice, and we are getting, we're getting one of everything going on this time. We've got a blank, which does nothing. The block gives out a suppression token. Obviously the dwarf spider's not bothered, but the droids, the B1 droids are. And then there's a wound going on to every unit there as well. There's no defense dice rolling here, so the B1s take a wound. I'll remove those. I'll put a wound token on the card for the dwarf spider.
And the yellows have taken a mini.
And the yellows have taken a mini as well. For the second activation, the droids are basically going to creep forward a little bit now and try and pull off the exact same manoeuvre again. So it's going to be a very small move by the unit leader to get to here. Just follow these to get them within unit coherence as well. And then this is going to be running in this direction. There we go. And then let's see if that can get some more of something. So it will be getting the dwarf spider again. It'll be getting Chewie, and it will be getting the yellow unit. So this is arguably better for the droids than it was last time, and we get a suppression being given out
More
again.
suppression to give.
I know, plenty of suppression out on the
Third for
board
your
now.
yellows and 1 for Chewie.
Super. And my final activation for the round, I've got to go two on the bounce there, Ben. Actually, it's the advantage of playing droids, is the B1 unit here. So they are AI attack, because we've drawn from the random order pool. There's no good gun in this particular unit, and we're going to charge...
Technical name for
any of the
Everyone knows the
upgrades.
good gun, yeah.
Any of the droid upgrades. There's 4 upgrades they can have. Couldn't tell you the name of any of them. They're going to shoot at the purple unit, who look like they stood out in the open, but they're not, because of the vent that's here. And we get, if we had critical, that would have been amazing, and we do not have critical or any surge tokens, so that's a load of misses. The second action is going to be just a move, not to charge into melee. I just did measure this off camera. They're just coming over here, getting ready to maybe grab an objective in the future. There we go. And here we are at the end of turn 1. We're playing 5 turns, but we score victory points in all of the turns. Ben, how many victory points have you gained?
We started with 3, claiming the middle and the 2 at this end of the board.
It's the way you progressed up the board. It's frightening to have got 3. I only got 1, which is basically on my deployment zone anyway. It was only about a millimetre out of it.
Only 9 more to go.
I know, I know, exactly. We're playing to a limit of 10, of course. We've taken our suppression tokens in as well, and the green tokens have been taken in as well, and so we're ready to play our command cards for turn 2, Ben. I have gone for fear, surprise, and intimidation.
I've also got 1 pip. Our fate is in your hands.
Excellent, fantastic. So we need to roll off. If I roll a red dice on a block, it will be me. Any other result will be yourself. And it's going to be me to go first. Fantastic. Because I have fewer victory points, though, I get to move the Dianoga. I'll allow it to roam. I'm going to get it to roam to here, so that it's now out of range of my guys, but definitely in range of Chewie and that yellow unit. So we'll roll for that attack now. Just move the command card out of the way. And wow, we are getting another 2 suppression being given out. Plenty of suppression from that Dianoga. There's just water everywhere as it thrashes about.
Go back to its nest.
Yeah.
It is.
The noise.
It's protecting its home, like we called it earlier.
Preempting this from the command card, Padme can transfer some suppression tokens to herself.
Yeah,
So
I can definitely imagine
yes.
that may be necessary. We will place our order tokens and come back. So we have placed our order tokens. I've put mine onto Count Dooku. Where have your orders gone, Ben?
Well, the command card gives it to Padme, but she is authoritative. And she's decided to pass it on to Chewbacca. The other part of that command card is at the start of the activation phase, Padme can transfer any number of suppression tokens, hand in this game, from trooper units at range 1 to 2 to herself. So she's taken 2 off the yellow unit. So they're down to 2 suppression. Padme has now got 2.
Nice.
But for each token transfer, she gains a dodge token, gain up to 2 tokens. So Padme starts with 2 dodge tokens.
She's not going to get harmed.
In addition to her,
Princess Ninja training.
yeah. In addition to her cash, she's already still got, and obviously Padme and Chewbacca are reliable, so they've still got their
It's like almost like playing against a rebel list. Is that
1
many
and 2
dodge tokens?
Yes, 1 and 2 surge tokens with Padme and Chewbacca as well.
Fantastic. Okay, I've gone random order for the first one. Again, only giving out 1 order for the second turn.
It's very Android-like.
It is very Android-like, actually. There's going to be a lot of random this turn here. I've got the Dwarf Spider, as you can see. We've just put that token down. And it is going to AI aim, actually. I nearly forgot about that. It will AI aim, and then it is going to move just to here, like so. Almost as if it's...
Really focused on that move.
Yeah, it's really thinking about shooting at those, but obviously it can't. But the reason I've done this is for it to shift the Dianoga.
The Leafs blocks it.
It has.
You're getting your mileage out of this Dianoga.
Of course I'm getting my mileage out of it. It's a very, very good Dianoga. So
It's a good pet.
it's a good Dianoga. So I think the Dwarf Spider is just out, but everything else is in. Let's roll our water dice. Water dice, that's a new term.
Yeah.
Here we go. Let's see what we get. We get
More
2
suppression.
blocks. That's an impressive 2 suppression on Chewie, 2 suppression on Padme, and 2 suppression on the yellow. And it said Stormtroopers, soon to be Stormtroopers.
I was going to say, how's your Empire list playing out with all this suppression?
I know, it's mad, isn't it? It's mad.
Okay, Chewbacca's going to activate first for me. He's potentially panicked. We've got 4 suppression at the minute, so we're going to roll his rally step.
Here we go.
He removes 1, which means he's suppressed, but not panicked.
That's the main thing, to be fair. You don't want Chewie running away.
Now, I'm thinking of potentially getting rid of that thing for a while.
Shoot away, man.
Go away, Dianoga, go away.
Now that Chewbacca's got an action, he's going to do a move. He can scale, so we can ignore this fence to basically hop into this general vicinity. And then he's going to get rid of the Dianoga for the time being by moving it over
Lob
there.
it to the side.
And I need to roll for the Dianoga being at range 1 of Padme. That's another 2 suppression.
Blimey! It's unbelievable, that, isn't
batting
it?
people.
It literally is unbelievable. Okay, I've had to go random again. I'm saving Dooku for later, that's why. And in the random this time, I'm getting the B1 unit here. We will try and rally to remove that suppression, and we fail, of course we do, it's a white dice, but we're going to have to now AI attack that yellow unit. So this has got the good gun, which I've learned the name of now. It's the E5C B1 Trooper, so we're adding 3 black dice for that. And wow, that's actually not too bad at all. It doesn't add any surge of any sort whatsoever. So that's 4 hits, 2 of which will be cancelled for the heavy cover. So 2 hits on that yellow trooper, Ben.
Okay, we can use a token from Padme. So we'll spend 1 dodge token from the exemplar.
Excellent.
So rolling 1 defense dice. And we'll spend Padme's surge token from exemplar.
Beautiful, beautiful. They do gain a suppression though.
Yeah.
And that could become quite important.
Padme's putting on the bravest face at the moment. She's got 6 suppression, but she's like, don't show the boys.
Yeah. And give them all my green tokens as well. My second action is going to be to move to contest that objective, because I don't want Ben running away with victory points here. And that is my turn.
Okay, I've gone to my random order pool and drawn Padme. She's got 6 suppression at the minute. Courage is 3. So ideally we'll remove 1 of these this turn.
Should do.
We'll remove 2 of them.
Ooh,
That's
well done,
not so bad.
Not
So that takes down to 4. She is suppressed, but not panicked.
Key thing.
We're now going to do a move, though we might not notice it, because she's marginally at range 1 of the Dianoga. Yeah. She's just going to literally step.
She's just going to really intimidate you, like face up against it.
I think that's called putting your toe in the water, dipping your toe in the water to disturb it this time, isn't it?
It enables her to throw the Dianoga out of the way.
Nicely done.
Over there for now.
Okay, I'm going to activate Count Dooku, who I've played his command card for, Fear, Surprise, Intimidation, basically just to try and get him relentless, because I've got some nasty shenanigans. Probably overkill going for this clone trooper unit, but hey ho. He's going to start off with a 3-card action, going for Force Choke, which is basically auto kill one of the purple squad, and so we'll also kill this guy here with a nice bit of Force Choke there, Darth Vader style, if you will. His first real action is going to be to perform an aim action, let's put that there next to his token, and then his second action is a move, and the move is going to go into base contact mine lightsaber with both the purple trooper and the moist evaporator come vent. These guys will then move into melee, join the melee, fight the Count Dooku. But because the command card has given him relentless, that now means he can perform a free attack action. So he's going to do that with his lightsaber. His lightsaber is very, very impressive. 5 red dice, impact 2, and importantly, pierce 2 as well. So he has got the 2 surges, and he surges to crit, which is excellent. Crit there, crit there. So we've got 4 hits in total. He's got the aim token, which gets us another crit, so that's 5 hits there, Ben. On a purple unit. Let's see what happens.
5 defense dice.
Wow.
We'll cancel 2 for PS2.
Yes, that's correct, yep. So we actually only kill 3 of them. Which is not what we wanted. I wanted to try and kill them all, I'm not going to lie.
So the unit leader survives. I've drawn the Wookiee warriors from the random order pool, and nice. Where they want to be with that objective. So they can just sort of have a bit of a shot, really.
Nice.
It's going to perform an aim action to gain an aim token.
Who are you aiming at, Ben?
And we're going to shoot this B1 unit at range 2. So this is putting 3 regulars plus the bowcaster Wookiee in.
Nice. And they're already quite whittled, that unit, actually. Wowzer.
We'll spend the aim token.
That's looking good already, isn't it? Nice. One of them will go because of the vent, but that's still going to be an awful lot of saves. I can't say he's making that many. Here, how many is it? 3,
that's 6.
6 saves. It'd be amazing if we made 6 saves. We made 1, but
it's not the worst B1 roll.
It's not the worst B1 roll at all. It would have actually been 50-50 if we had surges, which would have been nice, but unfortunately that sees that B1 unit leave the board. Okay, I've gone random again. This has been the theme very much for me this game so far, and I've got the Dwarf Spider, the second one The second dwarf spider, we are going to AI aim because we've got attack protocols, and then we're going to fire Ben at the yellow clone unit, which is in heavy cover.
So disappointing.
And I know, we'll see how it goes. And they are getting 1 critical there. We've got 2 crits here. Now the weapon that they've got, the nose-mounted laser cannon, is only critical 1. So I'm going to convert the black one to the crit. That hit will stay there. It's going to get eaten anyway, but it doesn't matter. We will use the aim token now on the others. And wow, that's rubbish. So that is 2 crits going through on the yellow clones, Ben.
2 criticals. Mm-hmm. So we roll 2 red defense dice and save 1.
Nice one. 1 goes. To be fair, I was hoping to get more than
another
that.
suppression.
Yeah, oh, superb, fantastic.
Okay, there's shenanigans starting now.
It's about time we had some shenanigans.
This lone clone purple trooper unit wasn't content with the Dianoga just been over there.
No.
It's got Dianoga catnip, hasn't it?
Yeah. He's going to withdraw from Count Dooku
Nice.
to move to here, which puts him
To be fair, he's pointing at the Dianoga.
He's actually beckoning it.
Puts him into range 1 of the Dianoga, and he's just going to lob it into this part of the battlefield.
Now, Dooku actually will care about suppression. It's the first time I've had to worry about this.
I will say it's probably going to be but it's still within range 1.
Within range 1.
Super.
So we'll roll the 3 dice.
Oh!
And just
Oh!
lob the suppression at...
I'll just put the 3-1 down straight away.
Purple dude cares not for suppression.
I know, he does not.
He's the tamer. He's the chosen one.
Okay, I am going random again. I've got 2 things in the random order pool. They're both B1s, so it doesn't really matter. I'm going to go for this B1 unit here. Now you can see there's a white dice placed conveniently for later on. But before that, they have to AI attack, and they're going to AI attack the yellow unit. The yellow unit have taken a lot of...
The trees around them have taken a lot of shots.
Yeah, they certainly have.
Really good trees.
Yeah.
That nest is really well
It is. Well, that's probably why it nests there. We are going to shoot at that. There's no good gun within this unit. We are getting here. Actually, we've got a hit. I know it's going to get cancelled from the cover, but still, we actually got a hit.
It's the best shot they've done so far.
It is the best shot that they've done. Do you gain suppression for that? I actually can't remember if it's cancelled by cover.
I don't think it's gone through.
Yeah, it's got to actually get to them, hasn't it? Now, the second action, and more interesting action, is for the unit leader to move into base contact with this objective. That's going to free Duke up for later. I'm sure those of you watching at home are not surprised by that move.
Dooku fan club.
Exactly, we do like the Dooku fan club, although he's a bit suppressed at the minute and he might be about to get worse because I pre-measured this off camera. The Dianoga is now going to move to here. Here we go. So we pop that guy down there, and then in range of that Dianoga now is the purple unit, the yellow unit, and Count Dooku, and maybe the B1s actually. The B1s as well, so there's quite a lot within range 1 of that.
For not being in the game to
Back in the game.
Purple dude.
Yeah, very much back in the game.
Purple dude has a lot to answer.
Yeah.
He does. Well, he was pointing at it.
He's going to have to explain to everyone at the end what he did.
Yeah.
He certainly is.
He grew up on a ranch of Dianogas.
Yes.
This could be great for everyone or bad for everyone. Now let's see what happens. Wow, that is another 2 suppression. There's a hell of a lot of suppression on the board now. Dooku's up to 5. Ben, how's that?
Purple dude is on 5, but I don't think he was too concerned. Yellow's gone to 8.
Nice. Wow, fantastic.
Okay, my final activation from the order pool is the yellow unit. They're currently on 8 suppression. Even with Commander Chewie's help of a panic value of 4, they're not feeling great about this rally step.
Even Chewie's counselling can't help them now.
No.
They're feeling even less
panic.
happy about that now. They panic. However, we will lose the objective, but it means they will get to throw the Dianoga again.
I hadn't thought of this off camera.
I don't think any of us had until this happened.
No, because Dooku now, this could actually be quite bad for him. Who cares about the B1s, but for Dooku it could be very bad.
In the scrum.
Just take out that purple trooper for us.
Purple trooper caused all this. So, I mean, it's only fair he should be involved.
To go. He
we'll
deserves
just
to
remove
go.
these dice and roll for the Dianoga.
Nice.
2 more suppression for everyone.
Oh my
in the
goodness.
scrum.
Confetti.
Let me sort out Dooku's there. That, to be fair, that puts Dooku on an impressive 7.
That's pretty tasty.
Okay, my final activation is again random, coming for the B1s. They're going to have to AI, and they AI attack, and I was weighing up, should I shoot at Chewy? Decided not to. We're going for the yellow unit. They've got 1 or 2 suppression on them, Ben.
Yeah.
Which is going to see them gain heavy cover combined with the smoke from the vent.
It's all benefits, this.
It is.
Yeah.
Do you know, the
You have
amount
to hit them first, mate.
the amount of surges that they have rolled, it would have been really good if they surged to hit, but nothing happening. Okay, and here we are at the end of turn 2. Ben, this has been a suppressive game.
Yeah.
I think it was one way of putting it. I can't believe Dooku's found himself with 6.
I mean, halfway through that turn, he was loving life with that objective.
He was, and Padme was the one that was under significant pressure. Now looking at her, she's just chilling. If we think about the victory points then, Ben, how many did you score?
I've scored 2 at this end. Padme and the Wookiee warriors just hanging about, chilling.
Nice.
The middle's been lost while the yellow's panicked.
Yeah,
but
the
they
middle's
did
been-
dish out a bit of suppression in retaliation for moving the Dianoga.
Yeah, the middle's been lost by both of us actually there, hasn't it really? I've scored 2 as well this turn, which takes us to 5 for you in total and 3 for me. And so now then, we will reveal our command cards. So, I have played... Hey, mechanised incursions.
I've gone for some aggressive negotiations.
Oh, beautiful, fantastic. 2 very nice themed cards. And then as well, before we do the orders, I will move the Dianoga. The Dianoga is going to move.
Send it back to its purple master.
Exactly. Well, basically that purple master deserves to go now. It does. So he is in range of, in fact, I'll just touch it to its furthest possible point. Purple and yellow. Let's see what we get. 3 red dice. 1 suppression each. No wounds coming from the Dianoga. This is a particularly tame Dianoga.
It's just batting people away. It knows its boundaries. It doesn't want to hurt
It does.
Yeah.
But you know, panicking these troopers here, I actually genuinely don't think is a good idea. Because if they flee towards the border edge, that Dianoga is still going to bounce towards me. So, yeah, let's see what happens. Okay, Dooku issued the order this time to the dwarf spider that is at the rear of the separatist force. Because of mechanised incursions though, when that was issued the order, it could actually then, I don't know if coordinate's quite the right term, but it gave another order to the B1s that were stood next to it, so they've got a face order token. Ben, where did you put yours?
I've got Padme and a trooper, but Padme is authoritative, as we know. So we've chosen Chewbacca and been authoritative to give the yellow clone trooper unit a face-up order token. They get to choose something to do afterwards, a speed 1 move, which Chewbacca's chosen to claim the middle objective.
Yeah, that makes
at the start
sense.
of this turn, or game position. The other options are a name, a dodge, or surge token. The yellows have chosen a name, perhaps optimistically.
Ooh, interesting. So for my first activation of turn 3, I'm going random and I've pulled out the other B1 unit, not the one that got an order for mechanised incursions, but the one stood next to Count Dooku, the boss man, who is currently not feeling that bossy because he's got 6 suppression. So before we do anything, they will see if they can rally. And they get rid of 1, which is not ideal, but you know, they won't be suppressed, so that's fine, being droid troopers, and they wouldn't have panicked anyway either because they stood next to Dooku. So the AI is to attack. I weighed up shooting against Chewie, but then I thought, white dice, heavy cover, probably not a good idea. So we're just going to go for that purple trooper instead, who's actually also in heavy cover, but I just feel that, you know, that's that, isn't it? Here we go. And there we go, classic as we've seen today, plenty of surges, and we do not surge. So there's absolutely no danger there for that purple trooper, purple captain there. And so for our second action, we are just going to move around here to trigger the Dianoga. Just move those out of the way, and then we will bounce said Dianoga just a little bit further around here so that we're getting the yellow and the purple again. So I'm going to roll the 3 red dice, and wowza, to be fair, it doesn't really, does it make a difference at this stage, the amount of suppression?
We don't know.
No,
We'll find out.
Probably not going to, unless there's an insane rally roll coming up.
Okay, I'm going to activate Chewbacca, who is firstly going to rally. He's not feeling too bad at the minute on 2 suppression. But he will
He continues to
keep
feel
both of
like
them.
that.
So he is suppressed but not panicked. So he's got 1 action. He's going to shoot the B1 units in the corner near that objective.
Nice.
And the yellow unit of clone troopers who have a face-up order token are going to fire supports. They care not for their mountain of suppression.
No, do you know that's
because
very
the Wookiees
clever.
just
He
told
just
them.
roars at them and they're
Yeah.
like, okay.
Yeah. Now I get why that aim token was actually relevant earlier on. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Good work, Ben.
So the yellow unit have the Z6 plus 2 regular troopers.
Nice.
Chewie has his bowcaster. We have critical 1, pierce 1, and surge to hit in the
I
combined
just need him
attack
to
pool.
survive, basically.
That's not great, but we do have a critical 1
Yep, always important.
to add into there. And that one, we have the targeting scopes and the aim
Oh,
token.
nice, yeah.
So we'll re-roll these 3 dice. Chewy in the attack pool gives the surge to hit. I think
Nice.
I knocked that one. So that is 6 going through with pierce 1.
6 going through, oh my god.
There is cover.
Super, yeah, there is, of course, there's light cover, isn't there, from the vents, so that's going to be 5. It won't wipe the squad, but it's going to make life precarious for me. We get 1 block, would you say pierce 1 there?
Yeah.
Dan? Is that on Chewy or on the clones on Chewy, isn't it?
Yeah, into the attack pool.
Yeah, well, that is 5 gone, so 3, 4, 5, DMA, 1 droid on its own. Okay, I've gone random again, and I've got Count Dooku. Now, the Count is not, shall we say he's not in the best of places right now, being under 6 suppression. I'm hoping he doesn't panic. If he panics, that's not going to be ideal at all. So just save 1 of these, Count Dooku, please. Yay, look at that. He actually, flipping heck, he actually removes 3 of them, which is fantastic. He is, however, still suppressed, so he only gets the 1 action. He's going to, that won't affect him doing 3 card actions though, so before anything else, he's going to force choke that purple trooper, who has been a thorn in his backside, really. So that is force choked and tapped until we get Master of the Force 2 at the end of the turn. The 1 action that Count Dooku is going to make is going to be a speed 2 move in this direction towards that central objective, and then because he is now within range 1 of Chewy, he's going to perform a force push, which is going to be tapped again, bringing Chewy away from that gas vent and hopefully into a line of fire. We'll have to see.
Okay, I'm going to activate the Wookiee Warriors. I'm going to have to perform a minor move just to bring them round to this side and gain a bit of extra range so that the bowcaster becomes range 3 of the droid standing next to that one there.
Can't afford to lose this B1.
Now I've only got 2 dice going at it.
It makes me feel a bit better.
Yeah. So here we go, without an aim token. The Wookiees surge to hit.
Oh.
It's pierce 1.
Oh, I think that may do, because 1's going to go for the
Cover.
But even if I get a block here, which I don't, it would have
Yeah.
gone through anyway. That hurts, because that's my certain victory point gone. I'm going to activate the Dwarf Spider, who was given the order. It's already got an aim token from the linked targeting array, but its first action is going to be to aim anyway, almost as if it's AI, but we're choosing to do what the AI was this time, and then we're going to fire at Chewy. Let's see what happens. So, that's not bad. We've got a crit. We are critical 1, so that is also going to turn to a critical. That's not going to though, because it is only critical 1. And there's a hit there. That's likely to get eaten though by the suppression that Chewy's got. But we've got an aim token. We've got 2 aim tokens. The first one gets us another hit, and then the last aim token is still a blank. So Ben, I believe that is 3, if I'm correct.
Double cover.
Oh, we've got double cover, of course, from the vent,
Yeah.
of course, I forgot about that. So that's actually then only the crits going through.
Chewy's on white dice. He's got 2 backup surge tokens if needed, but no, that's 2 wounds out of 9.
Well done, Spider Droid.
Okay, Padme is going to activate now. She's currently on 3 suppression. She is coverage 3, so it's debatable
it's
whether
okay
she'll...
or not okay.
Yes, there's a couple of options depending on what happens. She does remove a suppression token,
That's annoying.
which will give her two actions.
That means she's going to splash some water here, Ben,
Yes, this
maybe.
gives her potential for a double move. She's out of range 1 of the Dianoga at the minute, which is what we want, but we would like her to move it. So Padme is basically going to do a sort of minor move just to put her into range 1 of the Dianoga. Then going to throw it into this space here.
Nice,
the yellows care not for their suppression.
They certainly don't, actually.
This will hit the droids and Dooku and also Chewie and the yellow units.
Everybody's going to have a fun time.
Nice.
Yep.
But he keeps Padme safe. So
And Padme's
cool.
second action, once we've resolved this, will be to move back to the objective marker.
that makes
so
sense.
we'll do the Dianoga first. That's 2 suppression and a wound
Wowza.
to everybody.
Super.
So yellows remove a mini.
Droids remove mini.
Dooku and Chewie gain a wound each.
Yep, and Dooku's up to 5 suppression again after doing so well to get down from it.
And Padme will just walk back.
And Padme walks back
Nicely
to
done.
finish the activation.
So for the final activation of the turn, I'm going to go with the other spider droid. This one is going to AI aim because of its attack protocol, so it gains 1 aim token, and then we're going to fire at Chewie, who is again, of course, in heavy cover. So we are critical 1, so that is going to turn to a critical. That is also critical. Now we will use the aim token to reroll all 3 because the attack protocols give us precise 2, which is nice. And we get a 3rd crit, the other results being blanks. So 3 crits on Chewie. Let's see what we can do.
So Chewie's currently on 3 wounds. He has 2 surge tokens.
Oh, that's priceless.
So we'll spend those to convert those to blocks.
That's
it puts
actually
him
priceless.
onto a 4th wound. Now this is priceless. Because at rune threshold 4, he becomes enraged and treats his courage as unlimited.
He won't be bothered about the suppression, will he? He will not be bothered.
No longer
about it.
collects suppression.
Yes. I'd be angry if all those spiders shot at me.
Possibly, yeah. Premium to be on 4 wounds for Chewie in this game at the
Yeah, it
minute.
is actually. Okay, so here we are at the end of turn 3. Ben, how many points did you score in that turn?
Collected another 2 points. Chewie moved off the middle, but Padme and the Wookiee warriors holding firm where they've been most of the game, really.
I know. That's hurting me, I'm not going to lie. I only scored the one with the B1s at the back near the Dianoga. Because you killed my unit that was holding that really important one. So that means that the score at the minute, Ben, is 7-4 to yourself.
Yes.
Fantastic, excellent. Now we've taken all the tokens in, everyone's lost a suppression token, the green tokens have gone, so shall we show our command cards for turn 4?
Yes. It's an extremely angry roar.
Mine was pushed by comparison,
Yeah.
mine was much easier to say, I think. Excellent, so we will give the orders out and come back. And so here we are with the orders out. I've gone for Dooku and the B1s to give myself effectively free choice and remove AI attack from the B1s. Who have your orders gone to, Ben?
I get 3 troopers, any type of trooper. So I've picked Chewie, who'll gain Immortalised 1
Nice.
from this card if that becomes relevant later. The yellow clone troopers and the Wookiee warriors, but effectively that just puts it on free choice for this
Yeah,
turn.
it does. So I think we've both got free choice. I suppose because the number of units on the board has
Yeah.
gone down, hasn't it? You're currently leading in terms of victory points, 7-4 as we just said, so that means I get to move the Dianoga. I was tempted to go here, but the problem is if Dooku gains any more suppression, then that is
You need
really
it. You need him functioning.
Yeah, I
don't you?
definitely need him to function if I've got any chance here. So instead, he's going to move. I'm saying it's he, might not be the male Dianoga, we don't know. He's going to move to here, and it is going to just get the yellow unit. So here we go. And they get a wound and a suppression.
So that's the Z6 gone.
That's quite important because if they were going to fire support, I've taken 6 dice out of a fire support attack there. I'm quite pleased with that actually. Okay, so for my first activation, I'm going to go with Count Dooku, who is still, you know, he got rid of 3 suppression, then gained another 2. That was not so good. So we're going to rally first of all to see how many actions we get. Wowzer. We got rid of 3 suppression there, which is fantastic. Very good indeed. Leaves him with just the 1, so he gets 2 actions, which is fab. He's going to do a free action. First of all, a force choke on this yellow trooper here. Just deletes him from the game, so to speak. His first real action is going to be an aim action. So I'll just pop the aim token down there. And then he's going to force pull Chewbacca into him. And then his second action, that by the way is a free action of course from the card. And then his final action is going to be attacking with the lightsaber. Dooku's lightsaber, we've already seen to be fair how good it is. It's impact 2, pierce 2 and 5 red dice. So we get 4 hits and then we are surging to crit as well. And there you go, Ben, that is going to be 5 saves.
So we'll roll white defense for Chewie. We do have 2
That's amazing.
surge tokens
That's literally amazing.
from his reliable to convert those.
Yep, so just 2 wounds from the pierce 2 going through.
And that's, 2 wounds to put him onto 6.
I'm not
out
going to
of
lie,
9.
I was actually hoping that with a little bit of luck and fortune we would have got him there, but never mind.
Okay, I'm going to go to my random order pool, which only has Padme left in it. She's going to rally for that suppression token and keep it, but she's happy with one. I'm going to do a similar trick to last time. Basically, we don't like the Dianoga being this close, and now Chewie cares not for Dianogas. We're just going to do a move just basically to trigger movement of the Dianoga.
Nice.
And throw it into this general vicinity here, which will clip everyone in here.
Beautiful.
And we'll roll those dice for the Dianoga first.
Super.
And give out 3 suppression to everyone there. Well, aside from Chewie, he no longer collects suppression.
He doesn't. I think that's a key factor of the game, to be honest, that it is, because those B1s are massive. Dooku's back up to 4.
And having concluded that, Padme will then just walk back to her objective.
She walks back.
Yeah.
Once again, we're seeing Padme here being a real linchpin, aren't we? But not killing things.
No, she's just... I think she did have one pot shot, potentially.
Yeah, early on.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go with the B1s that have got the face-up order token. In fact, I don't even need to specify. They're the only B1s left. The rally is actually pretty decent. They get rid of 3 of them. So they are still suppressed. Oh, well, no, droids can't be suppressed. This is why I don't play droids regularly, because I don't know how they work. However, they are now going to move from a move action. It's only a small move action. Just to basically almost, you could even call it a reshuffle round like so. There we go, as long as every mini is moved within range 1 of the Dianoga, and we're now going to throw the Dianoga. This is, it's a best play here. You can't get over there. There we go, and so that little movement there, because we can't land on a piece of terrain, is now going to trigger an amazing Dianoga thing. Let's get 3 wounds here. Let's get
That
3
would be
wounds.
tasty.
It would. We get 1, so the B1s will take a damage. Count Dooku is going to take the 2nd damage of the game, and Chewie takes a damage as well.
On to 7.
Fantastic. And now for the 2nd action, because obviously they're not suppressed, they're basically going to do similar. So they can just continue this sort of like shuffle around. It's almost like a conga, but with droids. I don't know, is that a thing? Is a droid conga a thing? I feel like it is. And so they're then going to place this again within range 1, where it was. Let's just throw it over here, so the droids won't be affected this time, but it's 3 more red dice for the 2 captains, and we're getting another wound each, so that's Dooku's 3rd. What's the situation with Chewie there?
Chewie's on 8.
Ooh, it's all of a sudden getting quite close.
Okay, I'm going to activate Chewbacca. Chewbacca's going to withdraw from this confrontation with Count Dooku into this middle objective space.
Applied.
That allows him to throw the Dianoga, and we want to get it as far away as practically possible.
That makes sense.
The more damage that Dianoga than all the droids.
We can
really has.
Land it here and keep it out of his range. So we have to roll for the Dianoga.
I don't want any suppression, and I don't want any wounds on Dooku.
There's wounds and the suppression.
Fair enough.
That's what you asked for, wasn't it?
It was.
Wound
That's Dooku's 4th wound, actually. It is, and yet another suppression for him.
Dead droid as well.
It is another dead droid, so he's reaching for a suppression token. Another dead droid too. Wow.
And that ends Chewie's activation, still on 8 wounds.
Okay, so for my next activation, I have to go random, but I know it's a dwarf spider. There it goes. And so he's going to fire at Chewie. It has AI aim. So here we go. And wowzer, that is 2 crits. It is a critical 1 weapon. Only critical 1 though. The aim token, just a fish for another crit. Doesn't find one. So that is 3 crits on Chewie. That could do it, although I believe he has emergency stims back.
Yeah, that can take 2 wounds potentially. He blocks 1. That will be 2 wounds, which we're going to place onto his emergency stims.
That totally makes sense.
So he's still on 8 wounds for the time being. Okay, I've got the Wookiee Warriors left to activate. They're where they want to be. So the only thing really for them to do now is to basically have a go at this spider droid that's decided to fire at their commander.
That's fair.
So they're going to perform an aim action, and then they're going to shoot. We have 3 regular troopers plus the bowcaster, which gives us impact 1, pierce 1 to add into the roll.
That's done.
We surge, I think, to hit.
Excellent. So is that 3 hits and a crit before the aim?
Yes.
Super.
We'll spend the aim token for these two. To get another hit, we'll use the impact to convert one of them.
Nice
And
job.
your armor 3.
Yeah, the armor 3 will eat those, so it's just 2 saves for this spider droid, and it doesn't make either of them. Oh, does it? What is it? Surge? No, it surges to block, sorry. So it takes 1 damage. Okay, so for the final activation of this turn, we've got AI aim going on that dwarf spider, and then it is going to shoot at Chewie. Chewie's in heavy cover though, which is going to make life a lot more complicated.
Although he's out of wounds and stims, unless if you get one.
Yeah, he's out of wounds, out of stims, but
Out of his surge tokens, although Padme's there to help, potentially.
of course she is with her. Is it
Can't help with
exemplar?
crits, but...
So technically he does still have all those suppression tokens and he is in light cover.
Yeah, he's in heavy, yeah.
Yeah, so he's up to heavy, isn't he?
Yeah, no, absolutely. So let's see what happens. Wowza, we are critical 1, which takes that to a crit. There's a hit there as well. It's only critical 1. The aim token means we can reroll all of those with precise 2 to get a second crit, second hit. They'll go for the cover. It's just 2 crits, Ben.
So we're going to have to make both of these saves.
Interesting.
Neither.
He makes neither. Chewie is down. And that is interesting. Okay, so here we are at the end of turn 4. Ben, have you scored another 2 points there?
Yeah, Padme and the Wookiee Warriors holding firm. I think it was crucial getting rid of that one B1 on that other side, because I've sort of tilted the balance of the back two.
Yeah, no, it really has.
Yeah.
The fact that that back two has remained intact for you has been massive. So you got 2 points, taking you to a total of 9.
Yeah.
I scored 1 with those B1s at the back of mine, taking me to a total of 5 points. Now, off camera, we've just talked about this and we've looked at the possibilities of the next turn. Despite a valiant effort from the CIS here, there's realistically nothing they can do. I think there's 20 wounds on the board that I would need to take.
We've got 18 and stims between these two units.
Yeah, there's not really much point in playing out this final turn. It was a fantastic effort from the CIS, but the GAR have tactically taken out the right units at the right time. So congratulations, Ben. Fantastic game. Oh my word, I can't get over the amount of suppression that was on the board, Ben. That was unbelievable. We've played games in the past where it's Rebels and Empire, and there's a lot of suppression. Yeah. That should not be happening.
I mean, Vader would be proud of that.
He certainly would. I mean, it was just so much suppression. The Dianoga for me is the Dianoga is the MVP.
Yeah,
I tried to kill Ben as much as possible, but that Dianoga just it stopped us both playing. Really, it was fantastic.
Yeah. Well, it came to my end first, and then the purple trooper just did his thing.
That purple trooper pulling it back in. He was even pointing, you saw it on the camera, he was like pointing the Dianoga saying, come over here and cause carnage.
It changed the course of turn 2/3, I think that.
Yeah, no, it really did, and it was a great game. Obviously, we adapted it slightly, so if you've downloaded this kit, obviously, you know, it is an 800-point game. Naturally, we did make some amendments, but to be honest, I thought it worked just as well at skirmish level.
Yeah, it was really good.
800 points.
Yeah.
Please remember in the comments that we are casual players, rolling dice for fun, and that's what this channel is all about. And we will see you in the next video.
Hi guys, and thank you so much for watching our videos. It means the world to us. If you want to see some more, they should be over here. If you want to support this channel, keep these lights on. You can find links to our Patreon and merchandise in the description below. Take care.